The week before Thanksgiving, my mother called all 3 of her children back home. I have some good news, she said. My mother, Linda Brooks, placed 3 envelopes on the dining table. I'm Ashley Brooks, the oldest child. My younger brother is Tyler Brooks, and my sister is Megan Brooks. The 3 of us sat around the table while Mom smiled proudly. These are gifts for you. Tyler and Megan tore open their envelopes immediately. Inside each one was a debit card. Mom said happily, "There's $100,000 in each account." They both screamed in excitement. I opened my envelope. 2 $1 coins slid out and clinked onto the table. The room went silent. Mom looked at me nervously. "Ashley, you're the oldest," she said quietly. "Your father passed away early. Your brother and sister had a hard childhood. So I gave them a little extra. Don't argue with them, okay?" I looked down at the coat I had worn for 3 winters. Then at Tyler's limited edition sneakers. And Megan's designer handbag. Suddenly I remembered. When Dad died, I was only 8 years old. I smiled. "Okay, I won't argue." Mom visibly relaxed. But I added, "Then the responsibility of taking care of you later in life. I won't compete for that either." The laughter at the table disappeared instantly. Mom froze. "What do you mean, Ashley?" she asked, her eyes red. "You're going to cut ties with me over money?" I shook my head. "No, I'm saying your living expenses and medical bills should be shared equally between the 3 of us. You can live with each of us in rotation. 4 months at a time." Tyler slammed his hand on the table and stood up. "What the hell? Mom's always lived with you. Why should we take care of her?" I looked at him calmly. "Because you're her son." His face turned red. "You're the oldest. You're supposed to take more responsibility." Megan frowned. "Ashley, you make good money. Why are you being so stingy? You earn more than $100,000 a year anyway." I let out a cold laugh. "I'm the older sister, not an ATM." The tension around the table turned ice cold. Suddenly Mom stood up and slapped me across the face. "Since when did you become so selfish?" she shouted. "Your father asked you to take care of your brother and sister before he died." I touched my burning cheek and asked softly, "Mom, what about me?" "I'm your child too." She said nothing. In that moment I understood something clearly. In her heart, she only had 2 children. When I returned home, my husband Daniel Reed noticed immediately. "Where's your mom?" he asked. "She's going to stay with Tyler for a while." Daniel frowned. "What about her diabetes?" "She still has to see the doctor every week for her leg." I hesitated. Then I told him everything. He stayed silent for a long time. Finally, he went to the study and brought back a thick folder. "These are all the hospital records from the past 7 years," he said, "and the transfer records for the money you send her every month." I looked at the stack of documents. For 10 years, I had sent my mother $500 every month. That was $60,000. Add the medical bills, more than $150,000. The next day, I mailed all the documents along with Mom's luggage to Tyler's house. I thought that would be the end of it. I was wrong. The next day, the family group chat exploded. Tyler posted a picture of the luggage. "Look at this," he wrote. "My sister kicked Mom out because she didn't like the way the lottery money was divided." Relatives began attacking me instantly. "Ashley, that's so unfilial. Your mother raised you." Within minutes, Daniel and I were removed from the group chat. 3 days later, things got worse. My assistant ran into my office in a panic. "Ashley, your family is making a scene downstairs." When I reached the lobby, I saw my mother lying on a stretcher crying. Tyler and Megan were holding banners. "Ashley Brooks is an unfilial daughter." A crowd gathered. Some people were live streaming. Megan suddenly dropped to her knees. "Our mom worked as a maid in her house for 7 years. They didn't even feed her properly. They abused her." The crowd became furious. Someone punched me in the face. "Monster." Just as the situation spiraled out of control, a car pulled up. Daniel stepped out. Behind him were several reporters and 2 police officers. He carried 2 large bags filled with documents. Daniel handed the files to the reporters. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said calmly, "these are Ashley's bank transfers to her mother for the past 10 years. $500 every month. Never missed a payment." The reporters flipped through the papers. Gasps spread through the crowd. Then Daniel displayed hospital records. For the past 7 years, we took her to the hospital 320 times. Total medical expenses, $150,000. The crowd fell silent. Finally, he held up a photograph of the lottery ticket. My mother-in-law won $300,000. She gave $100,000 to each of her other 2 children. And to Ashley, he placed 2 coins on a table. $2. The crowd exploded. That's unbelievable. That's disgusting favoritism. Police stepped forward and took Tyler and Megan away for questioning. The dispute eventually reached court.